So I'm going to tell you a story. Because this is how it's going to go. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you about the economics. And then I'm going to give you something to do. Does that work? All right, that's what we're going to do. So here's the story. When I worked in the city of Norfolk, I worked with a gentleman. He came to work for us. His name was Peter. And Peter decided that he was going to call me Angie. I was introduced as Angela. But Peter decided he was going to call me Angie. And I asked him once, I asked him twice, I asked him 3 times not to call me Angie, because that's not my name. Call me Angela. He thought it was funny, as if my request was just a preferential suggestion, and his comfort was the rule. After the 3rd time, I didn't bother with Peter anymore. I went to my supervisor, and I said, Mr. Parker, I love Mr. Parker. I said, Mr. Parker, you are going to get a complaint about me for being unprofessional. He was sitting at his desk, and he looked up, and he said, really? Because he knew me, so he knew that would be crazy, right? I said, I have asked Peter 3 times not to call me Angie. The next time he calls this office needing my help and calls me Angie, I'm going to hang up the phone. I just want you to know in advance that's what's going to happen. Because I'm not going to argue with him about my name. That's not going to happen. Now, Mr. Parker, man of few words, he looked up again, he chuckled, and he went back to work. Let me tell you what happened. Peter never called me Angie again. Ever. Now, why is that the ownership part? It's because I didn't wait for the situation to implode and have to explain myself from a position of defense. I owned the outcome before it happened. I named what was happening. I named what I was going to do about it. And I named the consequence. Quietly, clearly, calmly, without drama. That is ownership. When the stakes are not only professional, but they are personal. Your name is not preference. Your name is your identity. And the women in this room are going to enter spaces where your name will be mispronounced, shortened, or replaced with something that is more convenient for somebody else. Ownership means that you decide in advance how you will handle that proactively, not reactively. Now, here's the truth. My husband has a phrase for the accountability part. He says, if you mess up, you fess up. And I'm going to tell you something. We've only been married for 10 years. But I have lived that phrase and watched that principle do something remarkable throughout my whole entire career without even knowing the phrase. When you stand up and say, I made a mistake, it was me, I made the error, it's my fault. You earn something that cannot be purchased. Because everyone around you is looking for who to blame when stuff goes wrong. Because nobody wants to take it on themselves. But when you own it, you stand out every single time. The professional capital you build with your team and with your supervisor for taking responsibility for a mistake, that is priceless, y'all. I have received more respect. I have earned more respect from individuals from that one philosophy. People I didn't even know were paying attention to me. Some of them I didn't think they liked